Hello and welcome back. So, little bits happened while you've been away. Um, Mainly, I've been working on the base, so this is now a lot more built out. We have a green circuit build, which is sort of coming into life. The make everything now has some drone ports. So, as it's making things, the drones are grabbing stuff and placing it, which is pretty amazing. I'm having to pocket craft drone ports at the moment, but you can see it's starting to come together. So I'm just running around getting the basics behaving at the moment. The next big thing I need to do is the red circuit build, just a little bit of that. But before that, I need to get green science. And the reason green science isn't working currently is because we don't have circuits going through to the science area. And that is because until now we haven't had green circuits, which means we haven't been making splitters and inserters down here. But now we are. I can replace a couple of conspicuously yellow splitters. There we are. Now that it can build red splitters, we should now see a lot more stuff getting put down. Right. So let's follow the circuits. So we have green circuits going here and here onto the bus. Then they come down. We'll need a splitter here, and that gets them, hopefully. You can see all these construction bots busy doing their job, building the base. I'm quite pleased about that. So all 30 construction bots are out building. I haven't gone mad with the bots because, well, frankly, I don't have the power supply for them yet. Let's click on a power pole and see how badly we're doing. Right, so we're not great. But anyway, so some circuits have trickled up here. At the moment, they seem to all be going into this build. Because it's priorited. So we prioritize manufacturing over research, which is sensible. And at the moment, they're buffering up. Everything needs to be made, so everything is, using them up. So I'm pretty much at the point now where I can actually put in logistics requests for things, and things might be made, which would be brilliant. We've got some steel coming in here, just a trickle of steel, which means we can now make some of these items. And the ones I'm caring about at the moment are the electric poles. Where are they made? Over here. The other thing I care about is the red boxes, because I was making those by hand. So let's see if we can fix that. Let's for now use a blue inserter there. Right, so this makes them, puts them on this belt. And for it to make them, we need to bring in steel on this line here. So the main bottleneck at the moment is that we don't make blue belt until late in game because it's a late game item. So that means a bunch of our bits of this build, which are blue belt and late game optimized, don't auto build, so you have to run over them with the wrong thing and then hopefully upgrade them later. Right, I've got some steel chests being built. The machine I care about is this one. So this needs to take red and green circuits. So I'm not going to wire this in currently. I'm going to have to carry on pocket crafting, I think. Yeah, this isn't worth doing until we have the red circuit build. So I think the red circuit build is the next thing after I get red, green, and military science. Okay. So this is still being consumed as fast as... I think for a moment I'm going to turn off the output priority. I'll put it back on again later, but I'd like to get some circuits coming this way, just so that we've got science going. Okay, for military, what do we need? We need coal. Seriously, I have no undergrounds? Right, let's add a request for undergrounds. But luckily there's a place over here that builds them, so we can grab some. Right, let's go up. And I think I'm going to grab some, yeah, some of those as well. Wow, the logistics was filling me up. That's amazing. I'm really pleased with this. So, why is green science not being made? It's not getting... Right, so they're backed up. And they are being fed in as quickly as they can get in. Okay, we do have green science now. So it's military next. So, oh, I don't know what that is. I think that must have been from an earlier botch up with placing down blueprints. Let's take that out. Right. So this needs coal, and so that's probably the next thing. We'll have to put in a red supply here instead of a blue one because we don't have blue. And this is going to be the coal line. So you can see the difficulty here. We're working with our blueprints all the time. So although this would be lovely when it's built, it isn't the easiest thing to hand build. So this is what happens when you design things in cheat mode and then play them in a real game. You discover that actually they're not practical, or at least, you know, there are constraints in the real game which aren't there in Sandbox that make them harder to use than you would have hoped. Okay. So, run this back. Remember, this is going to be a coal line, and I'm out of belt. Oh, I love this. It is so nice seeing those flocks of bots. Recently, I've not really had many biter attacks. They've tended to be sporadic individual attacks rather than concerted efforts. So I'm quite pleased with that. Right, I would run in a line here, but I don't want to waste belt at the moment. I'm really trying to get research up and running again. Right, let's come over here. And we have coal. and a little bit of wood. We'll probably collect that at the end of some belts. Right, the steel is trickling in. We have a partial sort of build. I'll allow the bots to get on with building that when they get the time. Okay, so the coal is coming back. Let's grab these. Yeah, I wish there was a toggle to turn on and off your personal Roboport. I know there's mods for it. I'm trying to play this through vanilla, so it would be really nice if there was a vanilla personal Roboports on-off switch. It's just annoying trying to deal with them. Right, so we've definitely got green being produced. We need coal coming in here. Let's help the bots out. We're going to need this line coming out. Definitely need that. Okay. Then this is a bit spaghetti here. I don't know what's gone on. Let's strip those out. They look wrong. Okay. So underground here. Okay. So that is iron and steel. There we are. Okay, so grenades will be made when the coal gets in, and the coal will get in when we... Is that in? Yep, the coal's in. The iron is trickling in. That will be better later. Okay, this is copper, so let's sort that out. We need a split. There. Great, copper's in. Okay, and then we have an attack. So the best thing to do is to go over with a car, because the car has a gun mounted on it, which is more powerful than me. So we will drive over, find out what's going on, and then lay down more turrets. Okay, okay, so they just had a bit of a rampage there and got killed by the first turret they met. I don't know which direction they came from. I will put down more walls and more turrets. This is all temporary. I'm trying to get to the point where I can get my perimeter built. Okay, I'm assuming they came from this sort of direction. So okay. Let's see if that holds them back a bit longer. where was I? I was trying to get military research done. So let's head over. Oh yeah, because basically I'm in a rubbish suit. It goes dark periodically. Right, let's head over here. Right, so this is an iron line. Turrets absolutely chew through iron, so ultimately the turrets will be fed from essentially dedicated blue lines, but that's not really possible at the moment. Right, I'm out of splitters, so let's go back to our friendly factory. And I actually have belts running in both directions here now, so that makes things quicker. Right, let's grab 50 of those. How am I doing for those? You're fine. And let's just see where... Yeah, that's doing fine. That's that section. Okay, so it's splitters here, so we'll get round to putting in the extra iron lane later. So if I was doing this again, I would design it all with blue belt, as is needed. Then I would probably use an upgrade planner type tool to replace all the blue belt with red belt, so that it can be built early game, and then put down combinators to document what belts should be used. So wherever there's a gap, like an underground, put down a combinator with blue on it, for example. Okay, so the issue here is just that there isn't very much iron, so we can fix that by increasing smelting. Cool. Do we have a gun turret being made? No, because it doesn't have enough iron. Okay, where's the damage now? Oh, there. Goodness knows what that is. That must be an old gun turret that's left over. Okay. So I think basically we're right here. The next thing that I would build is the blue science, but I don't really see the point right now. And yeah, it's definitely a blueprint that at some point is stamped down in completely the wrong place. That shouldn't be there. Yeah, there's no point here really because I haven't got red circuits automated yet. So red circuits is the next job. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. Hope you're enjoying watching me stumbling through this. Hopefully it isn't quite as painful for you watching as it is for me doing. Bye.